Hey, what is happening, YouTube? So today I want to give a review on the Get Clients Now book, 28-day marketing plan. This book I recommend it for people who are wanting to hop in and to get an agency. The reason why is because, quick brief of it, is because it tells you how you should market, strategies to market in 4 steps, which is filling up the pipeline, following up, giving presentations, and closing. And it gives you strategies for each step, and whether that's offline or online, which at the end of the day, offline works, but online is where it's at. If you want to make the most money most easily, most conveniently, networking to thousands of people, millions of people, the whole world, then online is where it's at. And so with that said, I'll be talking about how you can do it online. So at the beginning of the book, it tells you all the strategies. It tells you basically what you have to do from day 1 through day 28, and what you're going to be expecting on what it takes to fulfill that. So it goes with mindset, and it goes with knowing that what you do, how you execute these, you're reliable to each, holding yourself accountable for each step you make. And so that you write it down each step. So say if we start off with step 1, filling up the pipeline, then what would it take to fill up the pipeline? If you're doing it online, so if you want a Facebook group, or if you want to use any social platform, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, but I prefer Facebook groups and YouTube. So if you use YouTube and Facebook groups, and you build an audience, a trusting audience, and you continue to give value to them, and without an expectancy, but over time they begin to trust you more. So you call them and follow up with them, and you can message them right when you get them into the group. You basically make a system out of the group, and you message them, continue to follow up with them, and you fill up your pipeline like that by following up, executing from one step and 2 steps by using the Facebook group. And then once you get them on the Facebook group, once you follow up with them, and then it tells you to get them on a call, which is step 3, getting them on a presentation. And so when you get them on a presentation, you call them, follow up with them, call them, and say, hey, this is how we can help you and help your business. This is how we've helped other businesses, and we want to give you a presentation of what we've done with other people and what I believe that we can do for you. And so once you give them on the presentation, whether it's a webinar or however you have it saved, you have a Zoom meeting or whatever, then at the end you give them an intro, story, content, pitch, and offer. And that's not discussed in the book, but that's how it is if you want to get them on a webinar. So that's just the whole diagram of that. And then once you get them the offer and you close them, then that is the 4th step, 3rd and 4th step. So 1 and 2 is basically together with the Facebook group. 3 and 4 are together with the presentation and closing the call. So once you can do that, those 2 easy steps, getting them through your funnel is the only thing you got to do. So the easiest way to set this up, I recommend Clickfunnels. I'll have the link in the description, because once you have them in the funnel, you can tell them to join the webinar for free, and then you can collect their email and follow up with them through the email. So it just makes it a lot more automated for you and your agency, and it'll save a lot more time than doing it offline, where you have to do it step by step, and it's a lot of turn downs before you get yeses in either one. But online, you're already converting the cold leads into warm leads or hot leads, so it's a lot more easier to convert them into sales. But yeah, that is it for day 1, and you'll be reliable on the steps you make, which is making a Facebook group. Then you just make the Facebook group, and you continue to post content and go live. Facebook loves people who go live, and so you go live, you post content, you give reviews, you just continue to bring more people into the group. And if you want another easy way is just you make a Facebook page, and you run ads to your Facebook page and say get likes, I want to get likes, and you follow up with the people that gave you likes, and you invite them to the group. And when you invite them to the group, you get their email, get all that. And so when you get their email, they're in the group, you can message them, but the email is to follow up with them. And when they're in the group, you basically tell them to introduce themselves, because it's all about networking. That's a cool thing about trade shows in the physical world, but that you can make a trade show, a 24/7 trade show in the Facebook group. So it's all networking and basically collabing, communicating, making it a place where people in your industry are related to, whether that's real estate, health and fitness, etc. And so you get them there, and you build an audience. You continue to build an engaging group, and the people that engage the most, or there are people that you won't have to reach out to them all the time, because eventually people are going to want to reach out to you once they start seeing the success and the value that you bring to them. You make them from cold leads to warm leads or hot leads, and then you get them on a presentation. You get them through the funnel on Clickfunnels, and you tell them this is the webinar, and you give them all the testimonies that you help people with. And once you give them on the webinar, they're already basically pre-sold through the Facebook group. So when you get them through the webinar, you give them your intro, your story, the content, which is what you're going to provide for them, what you can do for their business, and how you've helped other people's businesses. And that's the killer, is testimonies. Once you give them testimonies, if they're pre-sold, they're already sold. And so when you go to the transition, then you're hyping up your energy, and then you go to the pitch, and you go with the offer, and you tell them this was say 5,000. This is a 5,000 value, but we're giving it to you for $1,999 or $997, whatever your service or your product is. And when you close them, then that's all it takes, from step 1 to step 4. And a lot of it's automated, but Facebook groups is where it's at. If you want to get a marketing agency, or in any platform, Facebook and YouTube, you can establish YouTube is the same way, except it won't be groups, it'll be a trusting audience, but you can collect them, link them, and I'm going to make a video on that, about linking all your social media, starting with videos. So like and subscribe, comment below. Peace.